Welcome to our deep dive, everyone.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. If you've ever wanted to cut through the noise and get straight to the strategic heart of high-stakes racing, then, well, this is for you. We have a massive program to dissect today. The entire V85 card from Eskilstuna, featuring the prestigious Breeders' Crown Finals.
That's right. And for anyone new to this, V85 is the big one, the multi-race bet where you're trying to nail 8 winners. We've gone through the whole stack of expert analyses, and our mission today is to break down each of these 8 races one by one. We're looking for the consensus, who are the real favorites, where's the value, and where are the long shots hiding.
Exactly. And before we jump into the first race, let's just quickly set the stage. We're at Sunby Home. It's got a nice long 182-meter final straight, which is perfect for closers. But we have to talk about post 1, the rail position.
Yeah, the sources are always a bit wary of it here. It's not a death sentence, but you need a driver who can really keep the horse right on the gate at the start. Posts 3 and 4 are definitely preferred. But yeah, with the right tactics, the rail can work.
Okay, let's get into it. V85 won the Breeders' Crown Final for the 3-year-old fillies. This one, right out of the gate, feels like a tactical puzzle. There are 4 fillies here that could genuinely win.
For sure. The consensus favorite seems to be 4 Bonskard. She had the fastest heat time. She's shown she has the stamina. So, she's the logical horse to beat.
But she has serious pressure coming from all sides, right? Including from her own stable.
Exactly, and that's the tactical dimension. Her stablemate is one Global Got It All, who is lightning fast from the rail. She won her semi from the front. So the big question is, does she go for it wire to wire, or does she set the pace and then, release the lead to her stablemate? The feeling is the latter is a real possibility.
Which would set up Bonskard perfectly.
But the horse that you just can't ignore no matter what happens up front is too gourmet dark. The word is she's back in career best form, capable of just insane fractions, like down to 1.0, 3.8. She could win from anywhere, front, pocket, even on the outside.
And then you have the wild card, the ultimate high-risk, high-reward horse.
Ah, yes. 6 Hooper Brick. She's an E3 winner, huge capacity. She has the raw speed to just blow this field away. But, and it's big, but she galloped in her last 2 starts.
Her recovery in the semi was amazing, though.
Sensational. So if you think she can stay flawless this time, she is a huge play, even from post 6.
And the dark horse.
Has to be 3 Vesterbo Redless. The stable is very high on her. She finished strong behind Bonskard and is expected to improve again. A real threat from a great post.
Okay, so we move from that tricky fillies final to V85-2, the 3-year-old Colts and Geldings. And the dynamic here just completely flips. We have one huge favorite, 3 Perfect Chest, who's backed by over 50% of the bettors.
Yeah, he's just a winning machine, and his development curve is just peaking right now. Won his last race really strongly, even when he was exposed on the outside. No changes, running barefoot. That's a sign of confidence. He is very tough to beat.
But when a horse is backed that heavily, you have to start looking for the value, for the upset. I'm looking right at Tuzerax.
Good call. He's incredibly sharp. He's a perfect 2 for 2 when he gets to the lead. He's seen as the prime challenger, and his percentage is so much lower relative to his quality.
What about some of the others who could surprise?
Well, you have 4 Vela de Gaga, who showed massive finishing speed last out, something like 1.09.0 for the final 800 meters. And then there's the top-class horse, who just has the worst luck, 10 Eel. Missed the criteria at start, and from post 10, he needs a brutal, fast pace up front to have any chance.
Okay, so here's the ultimate flyer, the one the insiders are talking about. 8 Barkley. Barely 1% of the public is on him.
And yet he had a phenomenal finish in his heat. Now he's running barefoot for the first time with a top driver. That is your definition of a high-value long shot if the leaders go at it too hard.
All right, on to V85-3, the Stowe division. And this is where it gets complicated. 15 horses, a volt start.
Yeah, a standing, staggered start. This is the one where you probably need to use a wider card, cover a few more horses.
The leading candidate to go wire to wire, or spets and slut, as they say, seems to be 3 Tactic Lane. She's dropping down in class, has high capacity, but her form lately has been a little patchy.
Right, and this is where you have to look at the insider details. A key challenger for that lead is 6 Higavellicissimo. But, and this is a big change, the experts noted she has shoes back on and is running with earplugs for the first time. That's a huge gear change, could be a massive boost or it could completely backfire.
But the real nugget of analysis seems to revolve around Sybil virtual reality. She won her last race so strongly, grinding it out on the outside in the death seat. But what really stands out is that a top driver chose her over tactic lane.
That's the signal. A driver's choice like that tells you everything you need to know about current form. It's a huge tell.
Then for value.
I think you have to talk about 10 Junie Brick. She was a Derby filly finalist, so she has class. She's running barefoot again, dropping in class. She's a quality horse who is being, surprisingly overlooked. And if the pace is just brutal, watch out for 14 Tui Southwind. Best capacity in the race, starting 20 meters behind, she could sweep them all.
V85-4 brings us back to the championships, the 4-year-old fillies final. And we have another dominant favorite in Forliuca. She is widely seen as the best filly on the track.
Oh, her semifinal run was just outstanding. Incredible stamina, top finish, won despite being wide. She really is the horse to beat no matter where she ends up in the race.
But there are some tactical threats that could expose her. 3SGM Express, for instance, a high earner who offers much better value.
Absolutely. If the leaders cook the pace up front, SGM Express is exactly the type of horse that can capitalize on that.
Let's talk about that early speed. Who's going to be fighting for the front?
Well, one Pavilion is quick from the rail. She's dangerous if she can hold the lead. But the more interesting one might be 6 Giraffa. She is exceptionally fast at the start. She could either disrupt the whole flow or, snag that perfect spot right behind the leader.
And a deep, deep long shot.
Look at 9 Panther d'Avern. She's a known stayer, a strong finisher, and the experts noted she's back in the U.S. sulky, the racing bike. If a fast pace develops, that equipment change plus her stamina could make her absolutely devastating down that long straight.
Okay, V85-5. This is the race everyone has circled. The 4-year-old Colts final. This is more than a race. It feels like a grudge match.
It is. You have the Derby winner and Horse of the Year, 3 Dream Mine, taking on the world record holder, 2 Bullet the Blue Sky.
So this is more than just a clinical breakdown. This is a real showdown.
It's a textbook, high-speed game of chicken. And the consensus from all the sources is crystal clear on this one. Positional advantage dictates the winner. Period. Bullet the Blue Sky, from post 2, is the likely speed favorite. If he holds the lead, Dream Mine, from post 3, is forced to sit outside in the death seat.
And with 2 horses that are this evenly matched.
The one who leads has the decisive game-winning edge. It's that simple.
So who benefits if they just destroy each other fighting for that lead?
Keep a very close eye on one these odds at. He's on the rail, perfectly positioned to get that dream trip in the pocket, right behind Bullet the Blue Sky.
What about Fort before takeoff? He's Bullet's stablemate. Are there team tactics at play here?
The sources certainly hint at it. He could play a critical role. He's positioned to either help set a brutal early pace to burn off Dream Mine, or more likely act as a lead blocker to make sure his stablemate holds the rail.
Fascinating. Now to V85-6, the bronze division. This race is just wild. It's defined by one horse who is both the best and the most poorly drawn. 11 Steady Express, 7 straight wins, massive capacity, but he starts from the terrible post 11.
And he's still backed by over 60% of the public.
Wait, 60%? From post 11, that runs completely counter to all the track analysis.
The justification is just sheer raw capacity. He is simply that much better than everyone else, a future Gold Division horse. But you're right, that post absolutely opens the door for a well-posted horse to steal this race.
And that's where the value is.
Exactly. You look at 4 Friend of the Phantom, top form, loves the lead, perfect inner post. Or a really great value option, 7 Cashman JR, great form, strong closer, top driver. His percentage is surprisingly low for his capacity. He's dangerous.
And we also have to mention 3 Pure Atlas.
The head case. High speed, good post, but mentally unreliable. If he keeps his cool, he's a threat. If not, he throws the race away.
And the deepest of long shots, the Skrell.
Has to be 12 Frico. Showed high capacity winning recently, but he's facing a huge task from post 12.
V85-7 is the pure sprint, 1,640 meters in class first. This means the lead is everything.
Absolutely paramount. A furious start is guaranteed. The main duel for the lead is between one Ace Wibe, who is perfect for this short distance.
Yeah.
And the stable is really enthusiastic, by the way, noting he's running with a clean wheel after a flat tire last time. And he's challenged by 4 Eldorado Spritz, who has high capacity but can sometimes get too keen, too aggressive early on.
The high percentage favorite here, though, is 2 Jazet, an improving 3-year-old.
Yeah, he's often rated as the best horse overall, but he might need a fast pace to run at.
And this is where that specific track insight we talked about at the start really matters. We said post 1 is tricky, but the sources all agree. For a sprint, at this specific track, post one is actually better than in longer races.
That's the key. And it makes one Ace Lion a very, very interesting horse to back for the win if you can just hold that rail.
Okay, finally, V85-8, the long one, the stairs race, 2,640 meters.
All right, and the favorite is 3 Ultimus, winning machine, getting earplugs for the first time. But, and this is the big warning from the experts, he's described as phlegmatic.
Phlegmatic, meaning what exactly?
Meaning he's a bit unimpressive in the finish. He does just enough to win. And that makes his 50% backing a definite risk over this grueling distance.
So who's the real contender here, then? The consensus strongest challenger?
I think it's 4 Wheatley Winner, a young 3-year-old who showed immense strength winning from the outside last time. He's perfectly suited to long distance and is rated very, very highly by everyone.
And there's good value elsewhere, too, right?
For sure. See, Oral Boko loves the distance and was closing with a lot of energy last time before getting shut down. And 2 As Good As Sits gets is another improving 3-year-old in good form who gets a great post.
And if things just get completely crazy up front?
Your ultimate capacity long shot is 15 Ikas Gaza. She has the highest raw talent in the field, by far. But post 15 requires an impossibly hard trip. She's only a factor if the pace is just extreme and everyone else is exhausted.
So if we tie this all together, we see a clear pattern. The big favorites in the Breeders' Crown Finals, especially that V85-5 duel, they are so dependent on getting the lead. If they get stuck in the death seat, they are vulnerable.
Absolutely. And conversely, the biggest value, the biggest upset opportunities, they're in those open class races. V85-3, V85-6, and V85-8. You've got great horses starting from tough spots, like Steady Express from post 11, or quality horses dropping in class.
This whole deep dive really shows that late season form is it's crucial. You have to look for the horses who have found a new gear recently.
That's it. A gear change, a driver change, or just surging back from a break. Those factors can often override what happened earlier in the season.
So what does this all mean for you? As the young horses face the ultimate test for the championship money, you need to ask yourself this. Which factor is truly decisive in November? Is it the raw, consistent talent of a horse like Dreammine? Or is it the sheer hardiness and the sudden, recent peak form of a challenger like SGM Express? Look past the public numbers because these final races are all about who peaks at the precise moment of maximum pressure.